So a lot of people struggle with patterns, but this is such an easy pattern. This is probably one of the easiest patterns you can make. Hi everyone, I hope you've had a great New Year and Christmas. I've had a lovely break over that time, which I've enjoyed, and I actually managed to catch up on a few things, which I've been really itching to get finished. So this this is one of those. And I've made you a granny square. I made you a granny square scarf. So it's an example of what you can make with granny squares, because today I want to teach you how to make a granny square. So we are going to, it's a bit hot today, I won't keep it on. Put that on there because mannequin's happy to keep it on. Now, so granny squares can be lots and lots of different things. You can choose what you want to make. I've got lots of things I've actually made. I've made like a little bag that hangs down. Actually, I will just go grab that one sec. This is just some ideas on what you can make with granny squares. There's just so many options. So this little bag is what my puppies are like, yeah, we're going on our walk. But no, sorry puppies, we're not doing the walk. This is what I take on my walk for puppies all the time. It's because I put the little puppy bags, the puppy poo bags in there, and I actually put my phone in there, so it's a really good size for that. So yeah, so that's something you can make. You can make a scarf also, of course. You can make a blanket. You could make, I'm actually in the process of finishing off a jumper. So it's a little crop jumper. You probably can't see exactly how it goes together right now, but you might be able to. There you go, see? I haven't obviously finished that, but I'm getting there. I've just got one more side to go. So it's not far away. That's almost done. And I'm sorry, puppies. No, we're not walking yet. Not yet. But there's some ideas. Lots of ideas there for you. So I'm going to teach you how to do this granny square. People struggle with patterns, but this is such an easy pattern. This is probably one of the easiest patterns you can make. I will have a pattern written out in PDF form for when you join my email list. So if you want to join my email list, I'll have the link down below. Then I will have the video and the pattern written out for you, so you can use both or either. And then if you like, I can show you how to make the scarf in another video. Alrighty, so first of all, the materials we need. So I used a size 4mm crochet hook. I'm not sure what that is in American terminology, but I will put that across the screen for you. Then some 8-ply yarn and a needle. So you need a yarn needle and you need some scissors. So in the granny square, the stitches we'll be using will be a slip stitch and the magic loop for starters. Then we'll be using treble, which is the Australian terminology. In the American terminology, it's called a double crochet. So that's all it takes. There's not much to it. So let's get to it and I'll show you how to do it. So first of all, let's do our magic ring. Putting our there we go. That gives you a magic ring. If that's not something you like to use, you can just do 2 chain and work into the first chain. Okay, so what we're going to do is 3 chain. Then we're going to do 2 treble. Then 1 chain. Then we do another 3. So we do 3 treble. So here the 3 chain makes our first treble. So we want another 3 chain treble. Then we want 1 chain. So then we go 3 treble. That's the third treble. I'm just going to shrink that in a bit. So can you start to see the edges? So there's 1, 2, 3 edges so far. Then we do our 1 chain. And then we do another 3 treble. Then 1 chain again. Then we join into the top of the 3 chain that we did in the start. So that's 1, 2, 3. Through there and doing your slip stitch straight through. Then we are going to slip stitch through each of those stitches till we get to our unchained space. So yarn, needle through, yarn over and pull through the last stitch. So keep doing that until we're in that 1 chain space. Then once again we do our 3 chain. We do 2 treble. So this is going to be a corner. So we'll have 2 lots of treble, 2 lots of 3 treble. So we do the 3, then the chain, and then the 3. So we then do our 1 chain, and this is also going to be a corner. So we once again, actually we can pull our knot closed as well. So we go in there, do our 3 treble. That's 1, 2, 3 treble, 1 chain, then back into the same hole, do 3 treble, okay, so that's what it's looking like so far. We then want 1 chain and into the next hole, so that's the 3 treble, then the 1 chain, there we go, so that's the 3 treble again. So we've only got the 1 hole left, so we do the 1 chain, Then we do a treble into this hole. Then 1 chain, and then the last 3 treble. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3, 1 chain, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the 3. 1, 2, 3 to the top of the 3 again. Pull through and pull through. And then once again we slip stitch into each stitch at the top until we get to the corner. Okay, so this time it's a little bit different because we have our corners. There's our corners, but we also have our middle ones as well. So we want 2 lots of 3 treble here in the corners, and we want one lots of 3 in the middle. So once again we do 3 chain, then we do 2 treble because our 3 chain makes one of the trebles. Hold on, just got to get that little piece there. So that's 3 treble, then 1 chain, then 3 treble. Okay, so then we do our 1 chain, then we just do 3 treble in this one, not the 2 lots of them, because this one is in the middle, it's not a corner. So that's the 3 treble, then we do 1 chain, then we're back to a corner again, so we do 2 lots of treble, 2 lots of 3s, I mean. So that's 1, 2, 3 with your 1 chain, then your next lot of 3. So hopefully that's making sense and you can finish that row without me doing it. So 1 chain, treble, 3 treble. I'll do it for you just in case. You can always fast forward through. Then 1 chain. Then once again we're back at a corner. So you can see we've got a corner here. Back at a corner. So we've got 2 lots of 3 treble. Then your 1 chain, another 3 treble, then 1 chain. Okay, so then we're back to the middle one, which is just 3 treble. That was a double crochet. So 3 treble again. And you'll notice that I have got my square all one colour. So a lot of granny squares are in multiple colours. So 1 chain again, then into the square, corner again. Yeah, so I have got it in one colour and I will show you how to change colours shortly. I just thought it would be good to learn how to do the granny square before we start changing colours as well. So that was my 1 chain. Now my second lot of 3 trebles. One chain. Okay, and this is my last 3. Then we go 1 chain, then we slip stitch back into the top of this stitch up here. 1, 2, 3, go to the 3rd stitch and we pull through. Okay, so you can see how that's making the granny square there. Now to add another colour in, we will just slip stitch through. So I'm just using these really bright colours so you can see what I'm doing. But actually what I've made in my scarf is quite... Oh my gosh. Failed. Okay, we're back. So we've slip stitched. We've got one more slip stitch to do. But what we're going to do is put our hook through and put our new colour over the hook and pull through and pull through. So we've now changed colour, and that's all there is to it. So we do 3 chain, then as you're crocheting, just crochet over the ends there because it's so much easier than sewing in your ends. It's just much easier to crochet over the top, then you can just trim them off later. So that's 3 trebles. So we can cut this end off now because we're finished with that colour. Then we've done our 1 chain. Then we do another 3 in this corner. That's 1 and 2 and 3. 1 chain. Then I'll show you how to weave those ends in though, because you still probably should still weave the ends in, otherwise they will fall apart. So then we go into our next 1 chain space. All we do is the 3 treble this time because it's not a corner. So that's the 3 trebles. We do 1 chain. This one's also not a corner, so we do the 3 treble. Then the 1 chain. Oh, now my yarn wants to knot itself up. Oh dear. Okay, it wants to have a little knot of its own. Oh no, we lost it again. Oh my gosh, this is not good. It's not wanting to stay. I'm going to have to work something out better than this. Anyway, back to it. So we've done the 1 chain. Now we're up to the corner. So this time we do 3 treble, 1 chain and 3 treble. So I will keep going until I get to the end of the row, and then I will show you how to finish off and how to sew in your ends. Okay, so we're back to the start. We're going to do our 1 chain. Then we're going to slip stitch into the top of that 3rd chain. we're going to cut off our yarn and grab our needle, and I'll show you what we need to do. So, okay, so this is where we have crocheted in. I usually just tie it together so it makes a little knot. It's going to hide under there anyway. Then we just sew them back through. Oh, it's going to be too short. So what I do when it's too short is I'll sew it back through, and then to put it through the needle, you just bend it over the needle and then bend it and put it through. It's just much easier to get wool to get through the needle. This one might actually be long enough, but we'll do it this way anyway. So once again, fold it over the needle, put it through like that, and then we can just snip those off and they will be fine. Now this one is where we had our magic ring. We definitely need to sew that one in, otherwise it will unravel. So you just basically go around the stitching a couple of times. Then you can just come back just to sort of tie it in. There we go. We'll cut that one off. Then we just have this one. So this one, I just have a little trick that I like to use on the outside of these, just so it makes it look like it's part of the stitching. So you go into the second one from the stitch, pulls it over, you go back in through the middle of your stitch. Can you see that? Back in through where the yarn was coming out from. And then it pulls, and you can't actually see where you finished off because it just forms another little stitch in there. Then I just take it to the back and we just go through some stitches a few times, and it's good. Just make sure you don't pull it too tight because you don't want it out of shape. And there we go. We have a granny square. That's our little granny square. So I made mine. Oh no, again. Oh my gosh. Here we have our little granny square. So with my scarf, just to give you a bit of a close-up, I made it in one colour for each. How many rows did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I only did 3 rows. And then I double crocheted it together, which you can see at the back there. And then I did a couple of rows of double crochet on the end just to make it nice and neat and around the edge. So I did the squares all one colour because I don't know about you, but I don't like sewing in lots of ends. And I know that the fashion this year is going to be more muted colors and things, so I just wanted it a bit more muted, so I just did these colors. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful, and if you'd like me to show you how to make the scarf, then let me know. It's just a matter of making, let me see, how many did I make? I made 24. If you'd like your scarf about that length. Also, it will depend on your tension as well. Different tension will make a bigger or smaller square. So that is my scarf, 22 squares. So judge what you want to make by that. And then you just simply double crochet them together. Now, I just wanted to quickly go through, since it's 2025, happy 2025 everyone. I just wanted to go through what I would like to make for this channel this year. So, one of the things I'm finishing first is my jumper, my granny square jumper, which is almost done. And I finished the Sweet Tea Tank by the Little Turtle Trunk. So this is the Sweet Tea by Turtle Trunk. I did make some changes on this, so I added extra stitches on the side, on the bottom and the sides. So I did add, because when I made it, I thought I had it on the right size, but it wasn't quite right for me, so I just made it to fit me, and I like it. I think it turned out really cute. So that's that one, and I'll put the link down below to that free pattern. So the next thing I want to make is a striped basket for holding yarn, because I'd like to put that in my little boxes. See behind me? Make a yarn basket to go in there with all pretty colors, and it's going to be with bulky wool, so it will crochet up really quickly. I don't know what my camera's doing. It's tracking me, so it's going in and out, which is really interesting. Anyway, next we're going to do some cushions for my lounge. I need some cushions for my lounge. I want to make a textured blanket throw rug to put in my car. So a little textured, just a little lap rug or a baby rug type size. So if you're looking to make something for a baby, or you just want your own little lap blanket, that might be handy for you. I want to make a backpack bag with my own pattern. So I'll design my own pattern. Oh, and another really interesting thing that I'm so excited to start learning and teaching you guys is crochet with wire. So I've already started, but I still have to perfect it. So, but it's going to be lots of fun. So I brought a kit, and I'm going to be making a little crochet wire necklace and some little earrings. So that'll be lots of fun. So we'll just see what we can get made this year. Don't forget to hit the like button and follow along so you can make some fun things with me. See you later.